Hey. Whoops. Whoops. Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sometimes it
Oh.
works.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Sometimes it doesn't. The audio doesn't come on until I put the password in. I don't understand why. But...
Oh, that's all right.
How are you?
I am all good. I'm trying to work out some technical logistics of it, but should be okay. I'm just gonna. How are you? How's the new house?
It's good. I'm in the bedroom today because it's so pretty that I had to be in there. There's a little guide tour for you. Little fireplace. So we spent ages and ages and ages sanding the floor, which was horrendous, but it looks really good. So it was definitely worth it.
Oh, nice. Is it like, did you get that big sander?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, the sander was hard work. Never doing that again. But it was really cool. Yeah, it looks amazing. We're dead pleased with it. So all is good.
I am trying to do something to my video, and I think I need more people to come on. Just to say that we are streaming on YouTube.
Okay, there's a little thing that says live on YouTube at the top of my screen.
Yes, and I'm trying to make it that you're not that they don't see you, but I don't know how to do that yet. So
I'm going to be YouTube famous now.
Yes, this is Maddie. She's awesome. She's like my most treasured student. I think it will let me when more people join. Maybe. Let's hope. Because at the moment, I've just got my video pinned, but it doesn't give me the option to spotlight it. Oh well. You'll just be on YouTube for a bit until other people join.
Excellent.
We'll work it out.
As long as people don't think that I'm doing it right, then that's fine.
Yeah, actually, Maddie's just going to be
cannot do it.
Have you got everything that you need? Although you are a seasoned.
I have my mat.
Excellent. I have my coffee.
Excellent.
I was like, I'm gonna wake up really early today. Because I'm gonna like prepare. I'm gonna get really like, yeah, pumped about it. And actually, I only got up like an hour ago. And I had to like move around the whole living room, so.
Nice.
Tell me more about all this sanding. I really want to get
the floor. Can you see it?
Ooh, it's nice. Floor. That is a really, really attractive floor, I have to say. I'm a big fan of proper wooden floors.
Yeah, it took a long time of fettling to get it ready to sand, and then a lot of effort of people are going to be watching this like, why are they talking about sanding floors?
Because floors are sexy. My floor is just like, it's okay, you know. It's just I think it's a floor that's been paneled together, but it's not. Like, it's not like sexy real floor. Hey, Carla.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am all good.
Good.
All good. It's really hot in my room.
Yeah, it's hot in mine as well. My window's wide open. Good times.
Good times. I swear there's no breeze even if I open the window.
I know. Classic London air's back.
Yeah, that's true. Oh no. I've actually that's okay, Dana. I've actually just quite enjoyed this isolation period of like empty streets. Not around my area because everyone seems to think that nothing applies. I don't know about where you are, but like all the restaurants here are open in my little area.
Yeah, it's kind of the same here. So there's lots of like Turkish restaurants and they're all open.
Yeah, restaurants, some coffee shops. Hey Cheryl.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm just talking about how everything is open.
Yep, it's weird, isn't it?
It's really weird, and I don't know what to do. I'm like, this is open.
No, we found that now you can do unlimited exercise. We've done less than we did before.
That was always going to be the way. I was like, no way am I going to be able to
Do more.
I'm going to do more exercise when my schedule is the way it used to be. But I did think, hey, I'm going to keep doing my pull-ups and push-ups because it has helped me improve a lot of things. Like it's helped me improve my climbing and yoga, but I don't think I'll be able to keep it up. And this is over. Ooh, I really like your plant in the background, Cheryl.
Yeah, there's lots of plants in here.
I like the one on your left, your right. That one, yeah.
That one.
Yeah. How do you keep it so healthy? So this is mine. And I was promised that it was easy to look after. And I've had 2 of them, and each one ends up looking like this and a bit brown.
I don't know. That's the third fern we've had as well. I don't know why that one's happier and the others weren't. No idea.
My palms are in a similar state. They're like, they started off looking really great and they're just slowly dropping bits. I think it might be humidity.
Might be
Humidity.
Oh, maybe. Are they meant to be humid?
Yeah. Maybe spray. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was told that they were really easy to look after, but no.
Really good houseplant Facebook groups if you're not already on them.
Oh, I don't use Facebook, mostly because I'm a bit old and I don't know how.
Patch Plants does online free tutorials for looking after plants like that.
This is where I got this guy.
Oh, there you go. I said they're the ones who told you it was easy.
Yeah, I looked on their tutorials and they were like, yeah, just water it once a week and it doesn't need anything else. So I do that and it's like slowly dying and I don't know how to get it alive again.
Oh, I don't know then.
You patch plants. Hey Dana.
Hey. I was just doing another yoga session. I was just finishing, so I'm so sorry.
God, no, that's fine. We have not started yet. That's crazy. Double yoga session.
It was one of those like, you know, those Adrienne ones, but it wasn't really long. It was only like 20 minutes. So
okay, nice little warm up before another yoga session. How is yoga with Adrienne?
She's quite annoying, but it's okay.
Oh, bless. I've actually never tried yoga with Adrienne.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice because it's like 30 days of yoga, so you get like to kind of do it every day. But like, yeah, she's just a typical American, I guess.
Ah,
It's all good.
Hopefully, I'll try and be less annoying. Try.
No, you're all good.
My best abilities. I'm just gonna put the playlist. Oh, where's my playlist? In the chat function. There we go. And it's called, oops. Have a look. Oh no, there we go. If you want to search for it, rather than play it through the computer. So I'm trying to multitask and I can't. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's wait 2 minutes more for the last minute. Hey, Ed. Oh, I can't hear you, but I'm a great lip reader, and I think you just said hi.
Hi. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, whose music is that?
That was me. Sorry about that.
That's right. That was really funky.
A little bit of Tom Misch.
Yeah, I mean, you can play that if you want. There's no reason you have to. You have to play.
It really quickly. I was last night it kept playing it through Dan's phone instead of the computer, but I've just found the button that plays it through the computer instead of the phone, and it decided to start playing.
Oh my god, that happened once on in the center when our iPad is connected to one of the teachers' phones for some reason, and it kept playing like gentle chakra yoga music. We kept changing it to Nirvana, and it kept changing back to yoga music. And she came down late and she was like, "It kept changing to Nirvana. Was that you?" I was like, "Yeah." Hey, Sliz.
Hi.
How you doing? Oh, outside.
Yes. Making the most of it.
Oh, so lucky. Look at that grass. Blue sky. Okay. 10 o'clock. I think we're waiting for a few more, but I think we can start and hope that people just slide in. Hey, Tom. Just a forewarning that this video is streaming live on YouTube, but don't worry, you guys aren't being streamed now. Apart from Maddie was streamed for a little bit at the start, but no one else will be. Great, I'm just going to mute everyone. And obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute. I'm just going to go through a little description of what we're doing today. So, welcome to Yoga for Climbers. This is like the very first class that I've, I guess, created, but it's basically just a yoga session for particular targeted areas. Through the whole class, we're just going to do some stretching, a little bit of strength and core and arm stuff. And I will explain throughout why we're doing what we're doing. Just to say that part of climbing, hey Amy, is having this body awareness of your body and the space it holds on the wall, or here we're doing it off the wall. So trying to do all the movements as mindfully as possible, so you kind of get a whole body awareness of what every part of your body is doing. And it's easier said than done, and we're going to do some of that today and just working on a bit of, hey Harry and Soph, a bit of work on body awareness and just seeing where we're placing a hand or a foot. So I think we can get started. I've just put the playlist there again. That's all right. And we're gonna start on our backs. So if you guys want to start playing music, I'm gonna put my little earphone in, little snazzy earphone. And we're going to start lying on our back. So just in a nice, comfortable position. Great. Lovely. Okay. As you can see, I do have a chair here for a prop if you needed it. For all of those who need to use it. Right. So we are lying on our backs. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths together. And I like to start my classes this way, just to get everyone on the same page, and it starts to soothe our nervous system. Let's take a really deep breath in through the nose. Fill the lungs. Open the mouth. Exhale. And again, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth to exhale. And one last breath. Really make it a really deep breath. Inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. I'm just finding a nice steady breath in and out through the nose. Just go with the natural breath. And just see how the body is feeling. I'm starting to find more length in the breath. So starting to draw breath into the lower belly for a count of 4. And then out for a count of 6. And what this does is just start to calm our whole nervous system, take us out of fight mode. And keep breathing. Lovely. I'm going to start to slowly move our head from side to side. Just starting to warm up the neck. And coming into neutral, into the center, we're just going to lift our right foot up. So hands can be at our side. We're just going to make circles with the hip. Nice. So going one way. Aim for 5 or 6 in one direction. When you've done that, start going the other way. I'm getting a lot of hip flicks out myself. Lovely. When you've done that, we're going to take our hands, interlace them behind the thigh, and start pushing the right heel towards the ceiling. And then down. And again, lengthen the hamstring. Exhale to bend the leg. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Keep it up there. We're going to release the hands. And then pick up the left foot. Just hover it over the mat. Starting to engage the core. On an exhale, just going to swap over the legs. And place the right foot down. Bend the left leg and start making circles with the left hip. Even clickier on my left hip. You can believe it or not. So again, 5 or 6 in one direction. And then the other direction. Nice hip rolls, guys. Lovely. And then again, interlacing the fingers behind the thighs. Start by stretching out the heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the leg. Again, inhale, stretch, exhale. Starting to warm up and loosen the hamstrings. Go with your own breath. And I should say that throughout the practice, always feel free to go with your own breath. So don't feel rushed by my cues. We'll just all meet in the same positions eventually. Lovely. Let's hold the left foot up and let go of the hands. I'm just going to take 3 rounds of swapping legs. So 3 pairs. So right, left, that's 1 round. So hands away. You can lift the head if you'd like. Sometimes it helps keep your lower back against the ground. Lifting the right leg and just swap. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Great, guys. And bring both knees into the chest. Just move the knees from side to side. I'm going to take 3 rocks up and down on our spine. So you can take a hold of the back of the thigh. We're just going to rock 3 times. 2. 3. Third time, I'm going to cross our legs. And then just roll over our knees into tabletop pose. So hands and knees. This is our tabletop pose. I'm just taking a moment here to find our alignment. So we want the hip to be directly above the knee and our shoulders to be directly above our wrists. And while we're in tabletop pose, what we really want to do is be externally rotating our arms so that the inside of our elbows, our inside elbow pieces, are rotating and facing as much forward as possible. And you might feel your pecs turn on, and that's what we want. So if your elbows are out here, just kind of squeeze them together and push. Beautiful. We're going to take a few rounds of cat-cows here. And as we inhale, just drop the belly. We're going to lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. And in our cow pose, we're going to be trying to stay active in our cow pose. So I want you to find the action of almost trying to pull the hands towards you on the mat, but obviously the mat's going to stop it. And that's just going to pull your chest a bit more forward through the arms. Nice. Exhale, push into the mat as much as possible. We're going to round the back. Start pushing the heart, the back of the heart towards the sky as much as possible. Tuck the chin. And again, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, pull the heart through. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. And again, keep flowing with your own breath. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. And just really starting to warm up the spine, warm up and loosen up our backs. I'm sure if we have been climbing, our backs are usually really stiff. And then coming into center, we're just going to take it side to side. So almost as if you're trying to move your hip to the right and gaze at your right bum cheek. And then left. Again, flow with your breath, right and left. Nice. And come into the center. We're going to roll into our cat pose. So round the back, push the mat away and roll just over the wrist. And exhale, lift the tailbone and just slink it all the way back to the heel. And again, inhale, rolling all the way forward. Keep those elbows squeezing together. Exhale, slink it all the way back. Last one, rolling all the way forward. Exhale, all the way back. We're going to lift our knees up, press the hands into the mat and pick up our hips all the way into our downward facing dog. So if it's the first time you've ever done a downward facing dog and you have pain in your wrists, a really nice thing to do is if you've got books or blocks, to take some of the weight into the feet. You can do your downward facing dogs on blocks, or notice I have a handy chair here. You can take your hands on a chair and take your downward dogs on a chair. It all achieves similar things, just depending on how hard it feels. So we're going to take 2 breaths here. And this just stretches the whole of the spine, the hamstrings. We want the shoulders to be away from the ears as much as possible. So if you find that they're creeping up towards the ears, just draw them down. Lovely. Inhaling up onto tippy toes. Exhale, we're going to stop bending the knees down until they reach the ground. Lovely, guys. Pressing into the hands, shoulders are away from the ears. We're going to inhale the right heel behind. Straighten that right leg. And just take a little front and back rock. Nice, guys. And then stay strong in the shoulders and the arms. Keep pressing the hands into the mat. You're going to inhale, lift that right leg. And here, I just want you to be really mindful of how your body is. So if you find that your hip is dropping, just make sure that it's nice and lifted. And the same thing if your hip is really open, just draw that hip down. We want it to be nice and neutral. On an exhale, we're going to start to use our lower belly to pull that knee into our nose, round into the upper spine. Beautiful. Inhale to stretch out. Exhale, round the back, bring it into the nose. And just keep going. And this is really good for those high feet. So a lot of people think that to get those high feet, you need to have very flexible hips, which is true, but also you need that lower belly strength to pull your legs into yourself. So that's what we're working on here. Last one, really round the back, push the hand into the mat, inhale. We're going to do 3 to the side, so right knee to right elbow, exhale, elbow. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale. Inhale. Last exhale. Lovely. Inhale to stretch it all the way back. I'm just going to place it down and bring the knee down. Nice, guys. Take the toes together, knees apart. Actually, no, take the knees hip distance apart. We're going to walk the hands just a little bit in front of us. So the hands are nice and wide. And we're just going to come and bring our chest down if we can. Coming onto the forearms. Maybe you're here, and that's totally cool. If you can start bringing the chest down, it's really opening up the pecs. If you've got a chair and you want to use the chair, you're very welcome to. Place the hands and just put the heart through. Take some nice deep breaths. And on the next inhale, we're going to lift, press into the hand, and lift back up into our tabletop. Lovely. Let's inhale, stretch the left leg back, left foot back, press through the heel, and just take that forward and back rocking action. And always making sure to be aware of every part of your body is doing. So keep squeezing the elbows together, the shoulders drawing away from the ears. Lovely. And let's pick that foot up. Nice. Exhale, knee to nose. Use that lower belly strength. And again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Stretch through the heel. Exhale, round the back, pull it in. Inhale. Last two. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Beautiful, guys. Inhale it. Stretch it back. We're going to do 3 to the elbow. So exhale, bring that left knee into the left elbow. Inhale to stretch it out. Exhale. Inhale, stretch it out. Last one, exhale. Inhale, stretch it out, place it down, and come down on the knees. And again, we're going to take our wide hands and walk it forward and bring the chest through. Just taking some deep breaths here. Sweating. And again, activate, press into the hands, pull yourself up into our tabletop pose. Lovely. We're going to round the back as we did, roll it forward. Exhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, push it back, tuck the toes, and again, we're going to find our down facing dog. And the knees can be bent, they don't have to be straight. If they need to be bent, that's what they're doing. And again, you can take your hands on blocks or a chair and just go through a little checklist. Are you pressing into the fingertips as much as possible? We're externally rotating the elbows, the arms, shoulders away from the ears, hips lifting high. Looking really good. Next, inhale, we're going to come up onto tippy toes. Bend in the knees, exhale. We're just going to start to walk the feet all the way up onto the mat, the top of the mat. I'm just going to hang here for a moment in our forward fold, our Uttanasana. And maybe you want to take a little sway from side to side. And we're going to heel toe the feet about mat distance apart. Lovely. And here we're going to bend into the left leg and swing our hands all the way to the outside of the right foot. And inhale through center, exhale, go the other way. And just find this nice free movement here. Just flowing side to side. Kind of working into the outer hips, the flexibility of the outer hips and in the hamstring. It's a really nice warm-up before climbing. Nice, guys. Just take a few more. And then come to center. And just heel toe the feet back to hip distance apart. So hip distance trick is two, what are these called? Fists. So 2 fists in between your feet, and that is hip distance apart. From here, we're going to inhale, press on the shins with our hands, and elongate through the whole spine. So we're pulling with the head and the tailbone in opposite directions, finding a really nice long spine. Exhale, come down. Your legs can still be bent. They can be bent throughout the whole thing. They never need to be straight. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Last one, pressing into the shins. Inhale. Exhale. And this time as we inhale, drop the hands. We're going to roll up as slow as possible, vertebrae by vertebrae, until the head comes up at the very end. Nice, guys. We're going to work into the shoulders a little bit. So inhale, hands come up. As we exhale, we're going to pull the shoulder blades together. And almost if we're trying to rotate the hands back and bring the elbows as forward as possible. So go to a depth that works for you. Nice. And as we come down, we're just going to bend the legs and the hands come behind us. Inhale, stretch it up. And again, pull the elbows forward. Exhale, bend it down, hands come behind. Really getting a nice range of motion into our shoulders. And if this is particularly hard, then that's exactly what we need to work on, this lovely range of motion. Beautiful, guys. Last two. Pull the elbows forward, and then bring the hands back. Last two. Last one. Lovely, guys. Stay down here. And again, inhale, we're going to press into the hands, find our halfway up length in the back. Exhale, fold it down. And again, inhale, we're going to roll all the way up to standing. Really finding a nice curvature in the spine. Really feel the vertebrae come up one by one. At the top, let's stretch the hands out, up, even. We're going to take a hold of the left wrist with our right hand. I'm just going to start bending over to the right. Really jut that left hip out, finding a nice side stretch. It's really nice to take a really deep breath into the side ribs. Start to loosen all those little muscle fibers. And come up, swap out the wrist. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bend to the left. Lovely, guys. A lot of maintenance on the upper body, am I right? Inhale, up. Lovely, guys. Exhale, we're going to come all the way down into our forward fold. And again, we can have a deep bend in the knees if we can't straighten them. And bend is fine. Inhale, we're going to do halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to plant the hands, step the right foot back, left foot back, drop the knees. Inhale here just to prepare and make sure that our shoulders are still pulling away from the ears. We're squeezing the elbows together as much as possible. As we exhale, as slow as we can, bring our whole upper body to the ground. If we can go slow, that's great. If not, that is perfectly fine. Lovely. When we're down, we're going to roll the shoulders back. On an inhale, lift the chest. And again, I want you to stay active in this pose. So it looks like I'm just lifting my chest, but what I'm doing is pushing my hand away to give me that, to activate my chest and pecs to open up. So push both hands away from you, and that actually creates a nice natural lift. And squeeze the elbows together. Exhale, come down. And again, inhale, lift the chest through. Exhale, come down. Last one, inhale. Exhale, come down. We're going to do some shoulder scapular work. Stay on the ground. And what we're going to do is, I just need to shuffle myself down so that you can see. So your legs are down straight the mat. Mine has to be on my sofa. So just keeping flat on the ground. Just going to lift our head ever so slightly. We're going to take our hands in a fingers and thumb together. And we're going to start to lift the hands up. And when we're doing that, I want you to find the action of lifting with the scapula. So think about moving from the scapula first rather than from the hand. Because when we move from the hand, we're not utilizing or engaging the scapula like we should. So if you really think hard about starting the movement from the scapula, your hands rising should just be symptomatic of the scapula moving. So as if you were moving your scapula and your hand just moved naturally with it. So go for 10 of these. People are probably on, say, 5 now that I've been talking. Let's do one last one. Nice, guys. And then to push yourself all the way back up, I'm going to find downward facing dog. Just take a nice breath here. Shoulders drawing away from the ears. And the next option, you can either take on your knees like we did with the leg stretched out and exhaling knee to chest. Or if you're feeling pretty strong, you can do our 3-legged downward dogs. So inhale the right leg up, and it doesn't have to be fancy or high. But as we exhale, we're going to come onto the ball of our foot, our left foot, roll forward into our plank, and bring that right knee with us, rounding into the spine as much as possible. Beautiful. Inhale up. Exhale, we're going to bring the right knee to right elbow. Keep the hips nice and lifted. Inhale up. Exhale into the chest. And then can we step that foot in between the hands? Maybe it doesn't, and maybe you need a few goes. In which case, that's also cool. Drop the back left knee, untuck the left toes. Inhale. We're going to press our hands into that right leg and just give ourselves a nice little openness. Just make sure that we can see our front big toe. And just stretch it out. From here, again, just keeping active in the legs. We need to find this action of drawing this hip back and the left hip forward. So almost like you're scissoring your hips and trying to hold something in the middle of your groin. And this just stops this muscle here, overstretching and injuring yourself. So instead of trying to go as deep as possible, find this little action of staying active. And actually that's going to increase your flexibility a lot more than if you passively stretch it. Lovely. Take a lovely inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to start to straighten the front leg and pick up the front toe into our half splits pose. We can take the hands on the ground or on our thigh. And if that's you have blocks, you can take blocks to or books to either side. Or if you don't have that and you have a chair, great. Take a chair towards you and just put your weight on that chair to help assist you. Love. What we're trying to do here is keep a nice long back. And again, staying active. How many times are we going to say it? Stay active in this leg. And we're trying to push the heel down and towards us. So that's a nice active stretch. A nice passive stretch would just be hanging out here. But that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to actively stretch it. Push the heel down and start dragging it towards you. Obviously, the mat is going to stop your foot from actually coming towards you. But it'll activate your hamstrings. Inhale, let's rebend into the front leg. You can bring your hands up if you'd like, or we can still keep the hands on the knees. Exhale, half splits. Inhale. Exhale. Just go a few more. Inhale. Exhale. Blow with your own breath. Again, inhaling into our low lunge. Exhaling into half splits. And let's meet in our low lunge. We're going to take the hands down and place both hands on the inside of the right foot. I'm just going to heel toe that right foot out to the edge of the mat. Just let this knee open up, pick up the inner arch of that right foot. We're just going to rock front and back. You can either rock side to side if you want. And of course, your lizards don't have to look like this. It can be here if that's where you're at, as long as you're feeling the stretch in the hip. And again, the hands can be supporting you on the left, but you can also use a block to bring the ground up to you. A block. Or obviously a chair. Nice, guys. And from here, we're going to place the weight in our left hand, wherever it's on the ground, a block, wherever. We're just going to move this foot to the middle of the mat, to the right, and then just drop this hip down. So we're kind of sitting like this. Keep the shoulder away from the ears. You should feel a nice stretch in the outer left thigh. Oh my God, I'm so sweaty. I'm so sorry. And the leg obviously doesn't have to be here. If you don't have this hip flexibility, this right leg can be all the way down here. It can be all the way down here. What we're trying to do is stretch this muscle here. Lovely. And let's just rotate ourselves all the way back, any way that you want to. Nice. Plant the hands. And we're going to step back into our down-facing dog. Lovely, guys. Take a nice breather here. Either in down-facing dog, you can come down into child's pose, if that's what you're feeling. No judgment. Try taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, open the mouth. Just expelling all that carbon dioxide that we don't need in our body. Making way for more yummy, yummy oxygen. And inhale. Let's come back up into tabletop. Tuck the toes. Press all the way back up into our down-facing dog. And again, on this side, we can still take it on our knees. So inhale, left foot up. If you are in three-legged dog, go for it. Exhale, knee to nose. Lovely. I'm going to show the modification. Inhale, exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale. Last one, exhale, knee to nose. And bring that foot in between the hands. Untuck that back toe, drop that back knee. We're going to come up on an inhale into our low lunge. Lovely, guys. Exhale, straighten that front leg, pick up the front toes. Lovely. And again, we can keep our hands on blocks or a chair. If you're finding this pose a bit difficult with balance, just tuck that back foot, and that should stabilize you. Inhale, lifting up, or hands on knees. Exhale. Again, just flow with your own breath. Go with your own flow. Just make sure that you're inhaling into the low lunge, exhaling into the half splits. So everything that we are doing with the lower body so far is kind of easing out of the hips, flexibility in the hips for those high feet on the wall. Why can't I speak? And easing out the hamstrings. Lovely, guys. Let's come into our low lunge. Plant the hands on the inside of the left foot. I'm just going to heel toe the left foot to the edge of the mat. I'm going to come face you. And then just drop that left knee down. And just move front to back backwards and forwards, just letting that hip open. And again, the right hand can be on a block or a chair, anything that's going to help take some pressure off. Just making sure that when we are opening up our knee to the side, we're picking up our foot so the toe tracks with it. And this is just to protect our knees. Because our body, our knee and our ankle are meant to move as one. Lovely. And planting the hands down, right hand on the ground. Oh, this way is probably better. Right hand on the ground. Just going to heel toe that foot to the middle of the mat. And again, take this nice little seated stretch. And if you're not feeling the stretch on the outer hip, try and pull your weight forward a little bit. And just coming up, start reaching towards that foot with the left hand. Nice, guys. Let's come back, plant both hands, rotate all the way back, any way you want. Step back into a down facing dog. Lovely, guys. We're going to take one inhale onto tippy toes, roll all the way into high plank, drop the knees. Exhale, squeeze the elbows together, start bringing the chest all the way down, slow as you can. Nice. Inhale, can we press ourselves all the way back up? Beautiful, guys. Keep strong in the shoulders. 2 more times. Exhale. Keep the elbows squeezing together. Inhale. Pushing all the way back up. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. All the way back up. Beautiful. Tuck the toes. Push back. Downward facing dog. On the next inhale, pick up the heels, come on up to tippy toes, bend the knees, and again, we're just going to walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands on shins, pull through the head and the tailbone in opposite directions. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, we're going to again roll all the way up, activate the feet. All the way up to standing. Head is the last thing to come up. Nice, guys. Right. We can use a chair here for balance if you want, and you can hold on to it. We're just going to inhale and lift up the right leg. And just take a little moment here to feel out the left foot. So I just want you to get that sense of engaging this leg and how that engages your foot. So people normally say, use your feet. This is that feeling. When we start engaging our leg, we press down into the feet naturally. So just, you can take a little bounce here, just to feel the pressure in your feet and how you start to utilize this strength. If you move around, your feet has to move and compensate for your balance. And that is you using your feet. And it all comes from this big trunk of a leg. Lovely. So from here, we can take hands to heart center, or you can be holding on to something. We're just going to start sending that right foot back. And again, this comes into our whole body awareness thing. Think about where you want your foot, your back foot to drop. Start bending into that front leg. And then gently place that foot, if we can, on the mat. And then just see if you've dropped it where you had planned to. And if not, just readjust yourself. Never be afraid to readjust. We're going to open up that back foot, so to 90 degrees. And the front foot, make sure that we can see the big toe. I'm going to find our warrior two, legs. Let's start with the legs first. So we're pressing into the outer edge of that back foot, almost as if the inner arch could lift. the front foot, nice and stable. We're pressing into the heel as much as possible. And both feet, because we're trying to stay active in the legs, we're trying to push both feet apart as if you're wanting to rip your mat or your carpet or your floor apart. And just see how that feels. You should feel the legs engage and the glutes engage. Beautiful, guys. And another thing is if you are finding that your knee is falling in, that's just a lack of flexibility in the hips. And you can start using your hands just to give it assist, to pull it out a bit, to externally rotate it. Because our hips are a ball and socket joint, and it should be able to move through all these motions. So if you're having trouble pulling this knee out, then we need to work on the hip flexibility. Lovely, guys. Staying here in warrior two. Also, one last thing. So I'm talking a lot. Pulling this knee out opens our hip, and this is what brings our hip close to the wall when you're on a wall and you're trying to get a foot up. Having this open hip stops our butt from jutting out, which makes it a lot harder to stay on. So warrior two is the way to go. On an inhale, we're going to flip the left hand, drop the right hand, and just start reaching the left hand towards the ceiling. On an exhale, we're going to open up the left arm into a cactus arm, just to open up the chest. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, bring the arm all the way up. Exhale, bend in the arm, cactus the arms, and open the chest. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale. Stay strong in the legs, guys. Beautiful. Inhale the arm up. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, right hand reaches to the front of the mat. And if you're finding that your torso is sinking here, come out of the pose and rotate it towards the sky. Keeping those legs nice and strong. Beautiful. One last breath here. Big exhale. Lovely. I'm going to plant the hands down to frame that front foot. And then we're going to drop that back knee and sink all the way towards the back and just sitting almost as if you just push yourself down to sit cross-legged. Nice, guys. We're going to place the left foot on the outside of the right knee. So you're kind of sitting like this. Totally okay if your legs don't do that. They can be far away from you, or you can be sat just cross-legged. But if you are here, we're going to take the left hand behind us. Inhale, right hand up, find length. Exhale, elbow to left knee. Right elbow to left knee. I'm going to take a nice little twist here. If the right elbow doesn't quite reach, you can always just hug that left thigh. You should feel a nice stretch in your glutes and your hip. Nice, guys. Really breathing here. Trying to find softness in this hip. Nice. So we're going to go to standing now, and this is just fun. And this is just working on some strength in our legs and our pistol squats. And obviously we don't have to perfect this now, but it's just a fun way of getting up and working on a bit of strength. So from this position, just want to bring the left foot out to the center. Bring the arms out in front, take a little rock back, and as we rock forward, we're going to try and stand on this left foot, using this foot only as a bit of support. So I'll just show you what that looks like. As you exhale, just roll forward, come to this position, And then we stand up, pick up that right leg with us. Nice, guys. Strong. Beautiful. We're just going to place it down. Nice. Shake out the legs. Lovely. Placing our weight in the right foot this time. Pick up the left leg. And again, same with the other side. Just take a little bounce. Move on this leg and see that feeling of starting to bring all this activation down into the feet. See what your feet have to do to just keep you up and balanced. Nice. And again, we can hold on to a chair, hands can be in prayer. I find that this helps my balance the most. As we exhale, start sending the left foot behind us. Nice, guys. And again, think about where you want to place that foot. And as you slowly start to bend in the right leg, slowly place that foot down. And then just have a look at where you placed it. Is it where you wanted to? And if it's not, perfectly fine. We're still all just working on this whole bodily awareness in the space that we hold. So open up that back foot, 90 degrees. Press into the outer edge of that back foot. Be able to see our big toe in the front foot. And just really sink into that front knee. And again, if your knee is falling in, just give it a little push out. Maybe it means you have to come out of the pose a little bit. The higher you are, the less your knee is likely to cave in. Inhale, hands come up to shoulder distance, to shoulder height. Shoulder distance would be like this. And again, keeping that hip nice and open, keep externally rotating that front leg. On the next inhale, we're going to flip that front hand and start reaching it towards the sky. Exhale, cactus, open the arms. The arms are doing this, like at the start of the class. Inhale up, exhale. Like at the start of the class, we're trying to get our elbows forward, our hands back. Last one. Lovely. Inhale up. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Inhale, left hand comes up and reaches to the front of the mat. And again, if your chest has rolled over like this, just bring yourself out of the pose. You can even put a hand on your leg and just start to, again, rotate the chest towards the sky. Take nice deep breaths. Nice, guys. Exhale, roll all the way forward, plant the hands on the mat, drop the left knee. And again, so walking the hands behind us until we come to sit on the ground. Beautiful. Bring that right foot on the outside of the left knee. So we are here. And if not, of course, it can just be here. You can just sit cross-legged, legged. If you are here, taking the right hand behind us, inhale, reach up with the left, finding that nice length in the spine. Exhale, bring that hand to either hug the right thigh, or if you want, we can take the elbow. The elbow to the knee is very much dependent on hip and shoulder flexibility. And if you can't quite reach that yet, that's perfectly fine. Just hug the knee. Trying to take some deep breaths in. And just notice if your heart rate's gone up, if your breathing has shortened. And just starting to bring a bit of depth back into your breath. So maybe you can count up to 4, out to 6 again. And that should settle your whole nervous system and bring your breath down. I can't really hear any of you, so I don't know if any of what I'm saying makes sense. I'm just gonna go with yes. Lovely, guys. Unwind. And again, we're gonna do our little fun, in my opinion, way to get up. So taking the foot in the middle of the mat, just take a little backwards rock, just here. And then on an exhale, just rock forward, see if you can come to this position where you're kind of resting on your foot and your shin, and then just using this leg, drawing you back up. Beautiful. And then take the leg down, give your legs a shake. Nice, guys. We're going to bring feet to mat distance apart, toes facing out. Lovely. We're going to come into Malasana, our yogi squat. So from here, we're just going to start sinking our bum all the way back, bending the legs, and we should come down to whichever depth that we come down to. So maybe your depth is here, or maybe you're lucky enough to be all the way down here in our yogi squat. I'm just going to hold it here for a few moments. If you are here, which can be really intense on the thighs, I would actually suggest coming down onto your bum and just taking the legs out like this. So soles of the feet together, just gently press down on the knees to open the hips. That's a nice starting point for Malasana. If you are here, start pressing the elbows into the inside of the knees and just start to ease them open a little bit. You can rock side to side here if you'd like. I always like to move in my stretches because moving in your stretches kind of utilizes all angles and degrees of your muscle instead of just the passive one. Nice, guys. And again, if you are down here, just keep going. You can alternate pressing down on the knees. Last few breaths. And then slowly, if you are in Malasana, just plonking yourself down with as big as a plonk or not onto our bums. We're going to do some Navasana, some boat poses. So taking a hand behind the thighs, I'm going to just lean back until we are sat on our sitting bones to a point where we feel balanced enough to lift our feet. Nice. So we can stay here, and this is already a nice workout for our core. If you want more, you can take the hands away and start drawing the knees as close to us as possible, but keeping a nice straight spine. And again, what this does is activate that lower belly strength that allows us to lift our legs towards us for any high feet or any of these kind of actions. So the more we are able to utilize this hip stability and strength to bring our legs close to us, the more beneficial it will be. So we're just going to hold it here for 3 breaths. Try and stay in the structure that you are. And I'm talking so much, I haven't been counting. So let's do one last breath. And exhale slowly. Start to come to the ground. And come all the way down. Lovely, guys. We're going to bring the soles of the feet hip distance apart. And again, you can put 2 fists in between your knees, and that's your hip distance. We're going to bring the heels in towards the glutes. Make sure that we can graze our heels with our middle finger. Lovely. On an inhale, we're going to press into the feet and squeeze our bum as much as possible. And then that actually, you might find, creates a natural lift. And if not, just start lifting the hips up towards the sky. And this is just a nice counter pose, easing out of boat pose. So in boat, we're utilizing these muscles and contracting them, and this just kind of stretches them back out. Lovely. Exhale. Let's come down. Take a nice breather. We're going to do that again. In your own time, on the exhale, lifting the hips up. Sorry, on the inhale, lifting the hips up, press into the feet. And if you find that your knees have splayed open, just squeeze them together as if you're trying to squeeze something in between them. If you have a block or a book, you can also just place that in between your knees and squeeze that. And exhale, come down. Take the block or book to the side if you've used it. We're going to bring the knees into the nose. Again, take a little rock from side to side. And then inhale, open the arms up into a wide T shape. Exhale, drop both knees down towards the right. We come into this easy twist in supine on our backs. If it's comfortable for the neck, you can look in the opposite direction of the knees. And it's just a really nice pose to rinse out the practice and reset your spine. And inhale, using some of that core activation to bring both knees up to center. Exhale, going down the other way. And the head, the gaze can go in the opposite direction if it's comfortable. You can, of course, close your eyes here, just to really feel into the pose. Feel into your body. Inhale through center. I'm just going to give ourselves a big hug. Give the knees a big hug. And then we're going to take the hands behind the thighs once more. We're going to open up the knees into happy baby pose. Just an easy one. If you want to take the hands on the outside of the feet, you can. Or you can just take it behind the thighs. Just rock from side to side. Nice, guys. Bring the knees into the center. One last hug. Bring your nose into the knees this time. Give yourself a big squeeze. Squeeze your face. And then as you exhale, just release everything. And then come to lie on your back. You can close the eyes. The hands can be at your side. Palms facing up. Or they can be on your belly. Just giving your armpits some space to breathe. You can even put your hands above your head if that's what you're feeling. And just, again, like the start of class, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. So let's inhale together. Really big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Exhale. And again, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Exhale. And one last time, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. And again, just find your nice steady breath. In and out through the nose. Starting to relax all parts of your body. And just start to deepen the breath if we can. And again, just trying to calm our nervous system. So this nice elongated breath that I've been banging on today about is also a really nice breath that we can utilize on the wall to calm ourselves when we get the fear.